Alrighty, hello boys and girls. How are y'all doing? Hope you're having a pleasant Saturday. Um, let's see now. This is basically a buffer in case I can't get to stream later, but I am definitely going to try to stream later today. And I was really struggling with coming up for an idea for the video. And I kind of stumbled upon this idea. Basically, my philosophy on building a community and your base, State of Decay 2. It's a little unusual, I guess, in that I'll be starting from the end instead of the beginning. And I might start a new video series starting from the very beginning. And building up to this point where I'm at now. I also thought that maybe I would put a little more, like, I don't know, effort or thoughts and sort of maybe script it out, but then I thought, you know what, that's just stupid. So I'm gonna wing it.
We still need to kill those plague hearts.
Oh my god, Chris, shut up. Anyways, so let's just start kind of at the start. And that is, say you are beginning a game of State of Decay, whether it be a legacy playthrough or a brand new from scratch, very first game. I personally think your best combination is well, actually, if you're starting the game from the first off. Once you play through the tutorial, you're going to have 4 people, and then one of them's definitely going to be a doctor. But anyways, my point is that I think you should start off with someone that has agriculture or food knowledge, someone who is a doctor, and someone who has computer skills. That way you can maximize your food growth. You have the ability to make first aid stuff, and then if you can get a network signal relay, whatever it's called, you can have your maximum amount of outposts, which can take the heat off of having certain things. And I know there's a lot of different combinations, they're all viable. However, this is my philosophy, and you may disagree, and that's perfectly your right. You can feel free to leave comments, or you can make your own video. But anyways, let's just look at the people that we have here in the community, and let's just go, you know what, we'll just go left to right. So we got Martin here, and he has auto mechanics. You're gonna want to, you know what, alright, I'll just finish my thought. Okay, so that way you can build repair kits for your car. Super important. But what I should have started off with
We got a favor to ask.
were the skills.
You swing by?
And you're going to notice a trend. 98% of my community have powerhouse, scouting, close combat, and gunslinging, and then whatever their 5th skill is. And part of the reason why is I like to be able to switch between characters and not have to remember what skills they have. They all work the same. It might be kind of unique to combine powerhouse with close combat, but I like the ability to have the forward grapple with close combat grab and stab move. Also, if your melee weapon breaks while you're out in the field, then you can fall back on your close combat skills. Scouting is the most important. I feel if you're going to be going into Nightmare Zone, so that you can see the enemies on the minimap. With, in my opinion, stealth being the next, and I think I have one community member that has stealth. All right, so on to the next. Oh, and you know what? This also gives me a chance to something else that I forgot. Here. So as you can see, the negative 66 wits and cardio experience is because I retrained them in those skills so that they would have the skills that I wanted. And again, for me, this is like the best combination of health, stamina, carry capacity, ability to fight, and to see things on the map. And his 5th skill is driving, which I think is also really important. I'm going to just go down to it because I don't remember exactly. I want to make sure I get this correct. So you get 100% fuel efficiency, 50% plus 50% vehicle endurance, and stealth. Which again, the stealth part comes in handy in Nightmare. Excuse me. And the somewhat, I don't know, you may not even be able to notice the vehicle endurance in Nightmare. But the fuel efficiency is another big boon. In fact, I have 2 people with driving skills. And I'm going to take a little detour here. And if you have played the game a few times, I started one with 3 characters that all had driving. Because that was something I did leave out in the beginning, is for whatever combination that you like to start off with, you're not going to have everything that you need, and you'll just acquire them as you acquire community members. But what I also wanted to mention about the traits is that I try not to accept anybody that has a very negative trait. Now again, that's subjective. Something that I find to be acceptable is sometimes they overuse meds, or sometimes they eat too much, or sometimes they break things, whatever. As long as you keep your community cheerful and above levels of morale, you're going to be fine. But somebody that picks fights, is irritable or irritating, that type of thing, either don't accept them, or if I need to,
fine. This situation maybe isn't completely hopeless.
I will use them temporarily, which gives me idea of another tip, which is use community members as is necessary, and don't be afraid to see them as disposable. Even if you do end up having them kind of trained up, it's worth it to find somebody that has lower skills. You know, let me backtrack. So you have 2 people that know medicine. If your new person has no negative skills or no negative traits, but has the matching medicine skill, then just dump the one that's got the negative trait, and you can just build up your new character. Alright, so moving on, we've got surgery, which I really like. It allows you to do the primary care in your infirmary, which is added stamina and health, and you don't even need to be a level 3 infirmary. You can do it at level 1. And I just want to go back, because I'm curious about this. Alright, so see, he annoys irritable community members, but I don't have any problems with it. So he's got -1 beds used too, so that kind of balances out. And then, like I said, the morale remains high. It never comes up with the irritable community members. In fact, I don't even remember. I may not even have irritable or easily irritated community members. So that kind of factors into that. And the next one, programming. Again, the computer is very important. Maximum amount of outposts, but programming in particular allows you to have the drone attack, which I don't use too much. I've been experimenting with that here lately, but I like to have that option better than the other choice, which I can't even remember because I didn't like it so much. only used it like once or twice just to see what it did. And then another thing with her, so she was great when I first got her. Morale bonus from facilities with projector, negligible. It's only good at one base. Vegan, moral bonus from upgraded kitchen, nice. Negative 25% food consumed. Awesome. But then this sore neck she got because I either brought her or brought someone. I did a 2-man operation. And you really want to avoid doing that. You need to get comfortable just using one community member at a time. Even at the loss of being able to carry capacity. Because they will tell a little story, and I don't know that I've ever gotten a positive trait. It's always been negative, or sometimes you'll get lucky and it just won't have any plus or minus effect at all. But now she is a -5 carry capacity, which isn't huge, but it is actually noticeable. I have noticed it while using her, and I don't use her as much as I used to. And then we got here's our second driver. Oh, and then there's that +1 labor. And now you can't see these hero bonuses until you recruit them. And again, sometimes it might not be something that's worth it. Don't be afraid to exile them if you find somebody better. Now this is another guy. He's got instead of powerhouse, he's got acrobatics, only because I don't know. I just felt like, well, let's just experiment with it, and you know, it's all right. And let's see. So -3 morale. Again, not a major issue, but it is something that, you know, I guess it's up to you to decide. But I don't find the -3 morale to be very noticeable. And in fact, I think we are at enthusiastic right now, to be honest. Next one, electrical. Now I do like this for being able to have a hydroponic garden. Sometimes it is beneficial to have, I guess, kind of the same food output as a large farm, but in a small space. And then let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, another -25 food consumed. And I think that does stack. So I think that's going to be like, you know, -50% by, you know, from 2 people. And I guess it would have to stack now that I think about it, because if each character was 25% less, then whatever, you get what I'm saying. It's like having half of a person consuming or half of a person not consuming. Now this character, we get into a very interesting thing. So another sort of combo I like to use, maybe instead of 2 drivers, or 2 people with lycanology, and we'll work our way down there. See, now we got a +3 morale, so that washes that -3 morale. Again, we got that projector one, but with lycanology, now this is another way that you can start a game, is if you have a character with this, you don't, with lycanology, you don't need necessarily someone that has medicine right off the bat, because you get the +2 meds per day, and then the knowledge of gardening and herbalism allows you to sort of grow meds, but that 2 meds a day is really awesome. Another combo I like to have someone with lycanology or someone with fishing, because then that's like 2 food per day, plus the 2 meds per day. It really expands your options as far as outposts and such like that. And then if you're doing legacy playthroughs, and you have the builder legacy and the whatever other legacy, it doesn't really matter. You need to have builder because you get free electricity and water, and that just gives you total freedom to play the game. In fact, it's almost OP. I mean, well, you know, it really kind of is OP. I honestly don't know how they could fix it. Maybe the next time around you could have something that is either free water or free electricity. I don't know, but that's another sort of combo that I like enology and fishing. Then this one, she's my agriculture. Oh, there you go, +4 morale. So I think we're like at +1 morale overall. And that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes even though someone might have a negative trait, you need to look at how it combines with your other community members. So that's basically my core philosophy on building a community. Then as far as building a base, there's what is it? You got some sort of farm or garden. You got some sort of workshop. This is the Red Talon one, which is an automatic 3rd level workshop. No big deal if you don't have it. Just build up to level 3 workshop, or some of the at least, no, I guess a couple of the bases. Mike's Concrete, the Container Fort, they have built-in level 3 workshop. And don't quote me on the Mike's Concrete, but I think that is also a level 3 workshop built into the base. Plus it does have a generator if you haven't gotten the Builder's Legacy, or you're choosing not to use it. Go ahead and turn on light. So yeah, so that's 2 slots that are going to automatically be filled. And then of course you've got your infirmary. And so those are the 3 things that you have to have. Sometimes I will like to go with, you know what, I might even have it on this community. Yeah, we got the, what they call the salvage depot staging area. So this eliminates any need for materials. You can just forget about needing materials if you've got one of these. Then obviously, oh, you know what else you need are beds, but you can, I mean, I've seen some people do this where they'll have no beds in their base. They use all outposts. And I guess you could say the same thing with food. That's all up to you, personal taste. But now one thing that I think I do differ from a lot of people, I like to have a firing range and a fighting gym. And let's see, I'll visually show you the fighting gym, and then we'll just look to the map and I'll show you what I like about these 2 facilities. Alright, so Alright. Your shooting range, it increases your stamina while also increasing your shooting improvement. It's not too expensive in Standard Zone. It's fairly pricey in Nightmare Zone to use it. There's no cost to the increase in stamina. Plus, if you, oh, I guess I don't have one. I've got this installed. Because usually what I'll install here, let me just make sure that I don't have it. Anyway, it's called free weights. It's like just like some dumbbells. Oh, here we go. Why? See, that's because that's plus another plus 10 health. Huh. Interesting. Let's go ahead and change that out. I don't know if that's a mistake. It's been so long since I played this. Maybe I did need the storage space, but that doesn't help. Oh wait, wait, am I not in the fighting gym? Alright. Wow. I am... Okay, where is... Oh, it's the shooting range. That's okay. Oh my god, I am stupid. We're in the shooting... I mean, we're in the fighting gym in the game, but on the map, we're on the shooting range. Alright, so anyways. So you get the 10 stamina there. Fighting gym. There you go. You got your free weights here. It's another plus 10 to your health. And you know what? I never noticed that it has 2 beds. Maybe that's just the room that it's in. I don't know. That could be. I'll need to look closer into that. Wow, that's kind of crazy. But anyway, so you come with the base plus 20 max health. Then you add the free wage, you get plus 10 max health. There is another sort of weight set that you can install as a mod, and that gives you 5 plus 5 health plus 5 stamina. But we'll go back here. The shooting range doesn't have a mod that gives you plus anything stamina. But stamina, I feel, is even more important than health. And I guess, given the situation, if I had to choose between one of the two, I would probably go with the shooting range, just for the stamina. And then, let's see here. I guess that is about it, except that I am realizing what I was saying before about either having built-in beds in your base or using outposts for beds. Some of the bases like this have built-in beds. This is 4. Container Fort, I think, has the highest, which is 8. The large base in Drucker County, I believe it is, has a built-in fighting gym. So it kind of depends on your map as far as what you ultimately end up building. But I almost always end up with this configuration myself. Sometimes I will change this to a sniper tower. Although right now for this community I don't have a leader, so that's not available to me. But if you have a builder as your leader, then you can build the sniper tower. Another neat thing they've added though is that you do that, then you demote that builder. You still keep the sniper tower and all the benefits, but you can switch over to have a sheriff as leader and have a fully upgraded, I think you can go to level 3 on the farm, and I think you can even upgrade some of the bedding. So yeah, there's just a lot of combinations. But that is my basic line of thinking, and I'm probably forgetting something.
Remember that little task I had you working on?
No, I don't, and it's really rude to interrupt, but I hope that you were able to not necessarily learn something, but at least get a different point of view than what you may play the game with, or maybe even if you are just starting the game, looking for some tips, that it is at least a little bit helpful for you. Even in the opposite, if like say you totally disagree, then at least you kind of learn what not to do, if that makes sense. Sometimes you can learn just as much from not doing the exact same thing as somebody else. Because that's, I guess, kind of the beauty of the game. There's just a lot of personal feeling calls that you can make. But anyways, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. And Palpatine out.